Hi friends, now we are going to start our subject, that is mass transfer operation. As we know that first we will discuss the syllabus of this subject and then we will continue. As we know that mass transfer is one of the toughest subject of the chemical engineering, but if we will study each and everything in a very proper manner, then you will feel it very easily. I have some guidelines to each and every one. Attend each and every class, be attentive in all the classes, and it's my promise to you, when we will finish this module or when we will finish this subject, then you are able to solve each and every question of mass transfer operation. We will cover from the minus infinity to plus infinity. If you know something, then it is a positive point for you, and if you don't know anything, then it is also okay, because in my class already we have limited number of students, so it's my main motto to clear each and everything to each and every student. If you are very expert also, then you will also learn in my class, and if your base is very weak, then also no problem. But the main thing is that be attentive in all the classes, be regular, and attend each and every lecture. And if there is any doubt, then you can ask without any hesitation. Because if there will be any doubt, it means there will be some backlog. And please clear all the backlogs if there is any. After each and every class, in 1 week, we are going to conduct only 3 to 4 classes, nearly 4 classes. And my main motto is that to conduct 3 to 4 classes, that automatically you can learn as much as possible. Otherwise it is not easy to learn each and everything. Is it clear? I hope you are getting what I am saying. Now first we will discuss the syllabus and then we will continue. Just give a second. As we will proceed, then automatically things will be changed. Just a minute. First we will discuss gate syllabus for mass transfer operation. As we know that one more thing, most of the students thought that mass transfer operation is one of the toughest subject, but here it's my 1000% guarantee to you that after completion of this subject, there will be no doubt in mass transfer operations, and you are able to solve each and every problem of the mass transfer operation. Is it clear? Now we will go in a very systematic way. Our speed will be very slow. Maybe sometimes you will think, yeah, sir, teaching is very slow, but once you will clear each and everything, then automatically you will feel happy. And one more important thing, I am not here to make you happy, I am here to make your exam happy. Once you will appear in your gate exam, that after that you will feel that whatever we studied in our class, you will get each and every question from classroom. One next question, because most of you otherwise ask again, sir, what should be the sources of the mass transfer operation? It's my 1000% guarantee to each and everyone that there is no need to go through any book. I will cover each and every concept here. That's why we are here, because we have already studied all those which you want to study. And GATE is a very easy exam. And we need to focus in a very systematic way. Otherwise, each and every year, out of 20,000 students, only 2,000 students are able to qualify the GATE. Is it clear? Now we are going to discuss the first mass transfer syllabus. As we know that mass transfer syllabus is first fixed law. In our GATE syllabus, fixed law is we have two. One is first one and second is second one. But in our syllabus, we will discuss only first one. Then molecular diffusion in fluids. In our GATE syllabus, is it clearly mentioned that molecular diffusion in fluids? But we will study for solids also, because maybe think for the best and prepare for the worst. So third one is mass transfer coefficient, and it is a very important topic. After that, film penetration and surface renewal theory. After that, momentum, heat, and mass transfer analogies. This section of mass transfer is very, very important, not only for your gate, for your interview, because it has a lot of concepts. And most of the faculties and most of the institutes and most of the students just they skip this topic. But it is not good. If you will skip this topic, then automatically you will face very a lot of problems. After that, stage wise and continuous contacting, and stage efficiency. After that, HTU and NTU concept. Then design and operation of equipment for distillation, absorption, leaching, liquid-liquid extraction, drying, humidification, dehumidification, and adsorption. Remember one thing, the initial part of the mass transfer is very tough and the last part of the mass transfer is very tough. So we need to maintain a speed in such a way so that each and everything should be clear. Is it clear? Now next thing is that the total marks weightage in gate. The mass transfer weightage in gate is 10 to 12 marks. Each and every year you will get 10 to 12 marks. It means our technical is of nearly 70 marks and 70 out of 70 you are getting 12 marks in mass transfer only. Number of questions of 2 marks, that is 3 to 4 questions of 2 marks, and 1 marks question 3 to 4 questions of 1 marks. Is it clear to each and everyone? Now I am going to tell you from which topic they will ask 2 marks question, and note down anywhere, it's 100% each and every year. One of the most important topic in mass transfer operation is distillation. Each and every year you will get a 2 marks question from the topic distillation. We have 4 types of distillation. At the time of distillation we will discuss, but it is a very important topic. You will get 100% a 2 marks question from this section. Second one is liquid extraction. From liquid extraction, each and every year you will get a 2 marks question. Again, it is a very important concept. Third one is, you can say, absorption or stage wise or continuous contacting. Stage wise and continuous contacting. Stage wise and continuous contacting. From this section, each and every year you will get a 2 marks question. The topic included in this section is that, like, minimum LS minimum, minimum solvent rate to calculate the minimum number of stages, absorption factor, stripping factor, difference between tray tower and peg tower. All these concepts are very important, and each and every year you will get at least one question from this section. You can check any year paper. After that, these are three are very fixed concepts. You will get each and every year of 2 marks question. Some concepts are like that. If IITs asked any question this year, then they will ask after 2 3 years. And such type of concepts are drying. Drying is also a very simple concept. Humidification, dehumidification, and adsorption. From these concepts, automatically maybe 1 year from this one, 1 year from this one, 1 year from this one, they are going to ask every year such type of question from this one. Is it clear? I hope up to this point there should be no doubt. Okay, next proceed. Next, our next topic is then 1 marks question. 1 marks question is from diffusion. Sometimes we will get 2 marks question from diffusion also, because we have two types of diffusion in gases, in liquids, and in gases again we have two types: steady state diffusion of A through non-diffusive B, and second one is equimolar counter current diffusion. Already in 2016 they asked a 2 marks question from these sections. Diffusivity, its dependence on temperature as well as pressure, the order of diffusivity. Already in GATE 2003 they asked such type of question. These film penetration and surface renewal theories, this is also very important topic. In last till 2013 they asked very simple question, that mass transfer coefficient is directly proportional to dab to the power 1 by 2, dab to the power 1, dab to the power 3 by 2. But from gate 2013 they asked such questions from directly their assumptions, and it is very important to remember all the assumptions related that and all these things in a very simple manner. Is it clear? Second topic is that momentum heat and mass transfer analogies. Again, it is a very important topic, and it is a very, I hope every third year you will get a 2 marks question. I hope you have already seen such type of questions in nearly Sherwood number is equal to 2 plus 0.6 Reynolds to the power 0.6 Schmidt to the power 1 by 3. Such type of question in GATE 2011. GATE 2014 or 13, GATE 2016. Nearly in last 10 years, 3 to 4 questions they directly ask from this one. Again, a very important concept. We have two types of analogies. The analogies are, first is our Reynolds analogy and second is Chilton-Colburn analogy. From Chilton-Colburn analogy, J factors are very important. In GATE 2017, they asked two mass question. In GATE 2001, they asked one question that Reynolds analogy is applicable for which section. And in most of the book, answer of that question is given wrong. So we need to take care of each and everything. Now again, one of the most confusing section to student, that is mass transfer coefficient, because we have a lot of confusion. Sir, why, in which condition we will use ky, in which condition we will use ky prime, in which condition we will use kx, kg, kc. We will discuss all these in a very elaborately manner. Second, then molecular diffusion in fluids, and our first topic is Fick's law. Before proceeding further, we will try to understand the basic meaning of the mass transfer, that in complete mass transfer operation, what we will do. I hope up to this point there should be no doubt. And it's my 1000% promise to you. You will get each and every question from our classroom notes or from our test series also. Is it clear? I hope this is clear. Now we are coming to the next thing, that is why we need to study the mass transfer operation and why we study mass transfer operation. And next question should be in our mind. That question should be, sir, what is the basic difference between mechanical operation and mass transfer operation? Actually, first we will try to understand the fundamentals of chemical engineering. Our most of the subjects are classified into two parts. One is unit operation and one is unit process. And I hope every one of you know about the unit operation. We have a book, Unit Operation, a very important book, that is a Gita of chemical engineering. That is a very important book. It covers 3 to 4 to 5 subjects. Actually, in unit operation, what we do? In unit operation, there are totally physical changes. Physical changes takes place in all the unit operations. That's why in that book we have fluid mechanics, we have mass transfer, we have heat transfer, we have mechanical operation. All these subjects comes under the category of unit operation. And second one is unit process. In those, reactions takes place. Here our concern is up to only unit operation. I hope this point should be clear to each and everyone. Now we are coming to next point. Sir, why it is differentiate from mechanical operation? Because both subjects are going to use to just separate the things. Is it clear? Why we are using mass transfer operation? Mass transfer operation is a subject in which we deal to separate the things. I hope. And as we know that as a chemical engineer, what is our work? Our work in refinery or in any industry, as we know that we need to separate the components from each and suppose we are going to extract crude oil from oceans, but we need to separate it: diesel, petrol, kerosene, naphtha, wax, and lubricants. There are so many other things. It is a fresh distillation that is comes under the category of mass transfer operation. I hope up to this point there should be no doubt. But sir, why we need mass transfer operation when we have already mechanical operation in market? Yet this question should be in your mind. It's my very simple explanation regarding this question, that as we know that in mechanical operation, as we know the word derived mechanical operation, in mechanical operation separation takes place. In mechanical operation, separation takes place with the help of mechanical forces. I hope this is clear to each and everyone. In mechanical operation, we are going to separate the components with the help of we are going to separate the components with the help of mechanical forces. Now I am putting some example in front of you, like as we know that separation of mixtures constitutes major class of operation in the chemical process industry and the industries related to the chemical processes. and some mixtures are separated by purely mechanical techniques. We have some examples like separation of suspended solids from a liquid by filtration, settling, or centrifugation. Other example, separation of suspended small particles from a gas with the help of cyclones, or separation of two immiscible or separation of two miscible liquid by phase separation followed by the decantation with the help of their density difference. In all these processes, the driving force is based on driving force is based on which one? Based on mechanical forces. But in mass transfer, scenario is totally different, where we need mass transfer operation, where mechanical operation fails. We will discuss about that. As we know that, but there are certain other mixtures. There are certain other mixtures like gas liquid mixtures which cannot be separated by the above techniques. Above technique means with the help of mechanical operation techniques or mechanical forces. It means we need to develop a new subject, and that subject is known as mass transfer operation. Is it clear? I hope three things are clear. What is our GATE syllabus? What we need to study? Where we need to focus? What is the weightage of mass transfer in GATE? Number of 2 mass question, number of 3 mass question. Why we need mass transfer? How can we differentiate it with mechanical operation? I hope up to this point there should be no doubt. Each and everything should be clear, not clinic all clear. Remember this thing. Now, please be focused because next one of the most important thing we are going to discuss. And once a very small story related to the mass transfer operation, if you are able to understand this complete story, then your complete mass transfer will be on your tips. A very simple thing. We are going to actually in mass transfer what we are doing. In mass transfer we will do, suppose we have two components and we need to separate them, and we have only two methods to separate. As you know that one method is with the help of an external agent, one method with the help of an external agent, and second method with the help of supply of heat. I hope please note down these 2 points. In complete mass transfer, in all the operations from first day to the last day, we will discuss only on these two methods. Your first method with the help of a third component or a foreign element, and second method, in second method we will apply some heat. As we know that absorption is an example of first case, desorption is an example of first case, because we are going to introduce a third element. Is it clear to each and everyone? Second one is with the help of we are going to supply some heat, and when we are going to supply some heat, then from one phase to the other phase. It is an example of distillation is an example of this one. I hope up to this point, this thing, 2 points are clear that in complete mass transfer operations, we are going to discuss or we are going to discuss only two things to separate. Please fix this thing in your mind. First one is that, again I am repeating, first one is that with the help of an external agent or an foreign element. And second one is with the help of supplying some heat. Is it clear? Now first with the help of these diagrams or with the help of these graphics, we will try to understand the first thing. I hope you will enjoy each and every second of the mass transfer, and each and every second is very important. Is it clear? Come to the point and we will enjoy both. Now we are going to discuss first method. Suppose as we know that we are engineering students, when you entered in first day of your BTech, suppose you are a boy, that is A, and someone B, and when you entered during your filling of the form, you saw someone and you liked her. You A and she is B. Is it clear? Maybe it happens. After that, what will happen? After some time, when you will do a lot of struggle in your BTech, then after that, what you will get? Then after some time, just a minute here. Then after some time, both of you both of you will close to each other. Now A and she is B. After some time, both of them will close to each other. Is it clear? Now what is others target? Like it was our target to get close to each other. But what is other target? Other target is to separate us. Is it clear? Then we need to separate. Suppose VA and other one is B. Their target is this. In similar way, in mass transfer operation, suppose we have components A and B and they have good bonding, then we need to separate them. I hope this thing should be clear to each and everyone. Already a lot of competition in our engineering colleges, especially in government colleges or NITs, IITs, very competition because ratio is very less. I hope up to this point there should be no doubt. Now our main motto is to separate each other. Is it clear? Now we will try some techniques to separate them. Okay. Our first technique, what we will do, we will try to supply a third element. He is A, she is B, and she is C. Then we need to put a third element that is C. Why? We need to supply this C element to separate A and B. Is it clear? But the condition should be that the affinity of A should be towards C, but B and C are totally enemy or are totally anti to each other. Is it they are totally anti group B and C, but A affection towards C also. Is it clear? I hope up to this point is clear. Your complete picture will be clear. I am going to explain all these examples, understand each and every line. Whatever I am going to speak in class, that is very important. Even my fun also is directly proportional to your GATE exam. Then what is A affinity towards C, but B and C are totally anti to each other. Then what will happen after some time? That you will see that after some time, then you will see after some time that A will go with C and separation of B takes place. Is it clear? I hope this picture is very clear to each and everyone. In similar way, in our mass transfer operations, we do the same thing. Initially, we are going to introduce an external element and after some time, separation takes place. What was the initial condition? Initial condition was that A and B was together. Initial condition was that A and B was together, but we don't like both of them because we are not able to see such type of happy couple in our college when we are single. It means C element is there, and after some time, what will happen? This A will go with the C, and B and C are totally enemy of each other. Is it clear to each and everyone? Maybe there may be one more case. It is not necessary that C is a always a girl. Maybe we are there should be no gender discrimination. Na? Now we are going to take same case again. A and B. Suppose both are very close to each other, but there is a third competitor as it very common in our engineering colleges. C. A likes B. C also likes B. B likes C as well as A. But after some time, now we will see what will happen. I hope picture is clear. Initially, A and B are close to each other. A likes B. C also likes B. Sorry, A likes B and C also likes B. And B have equal affection or for A as well as C. Now, after some time, what will happen? B will go with the C and separation of A and B will take place. I hope these examples are very clear to each and everyone. Then after some time, what will happen? C and B are together and the separation of A takes place. I hope there should be no doubt up to this point. Is it clear to each and everyone? Picture is very clear. We are going to discuss our first case. In first case, we discussed initially we have A and A and B have very good bonding, but we are going to introduce a third element. We are going to introduce a third element, and that element is known as foreign element or external agent, and with the help of the separation of A and B takes place. It was our first case when we tried to introduce a third element. Is it clear? Now second case, with the help of some heat, as we will do in our distillation. Is it clear? Next we are going to discuss next one, method 2. I hope method first is clear to each and everyone. We are going to introduce a third element. That's why they are going to separate. In second method, what we are going to do, here we will supply heat. First, we will try to understand with the help of the given graphics. Again, he is A, she is B, but we need to separate each other. The bonding between A and B is very good. Now, what will happen? Now, suppose girl's parents don't want to meet her girl to that boy. So he gave one contract to a wrestler. Suppose that C person is a wrestler. That C person is a wrestler, and their parents said to him that your main work to scold each and everyone. This wrestler will go will go to them and said that after today, if I will see both of you together, if I will see both of you together, then automatically I will kill you. As in our Bollywood movies and in your Tollywood movies also, Hollywood movies, not in Hollywood. So such type of scenario is there. Here we are not going to introduce a third element, but we are going to introduce or we are going to supply some heat or some energy. Is it clear? Then he will scold to A and B that after today, because he is a very powerful person, if they will deny, he will give or her a punch. Is it clear? Then after some time, what will happen? Again, their separation takes place. Then what will be the next scenario? Next scenario is that after some time, the separation of A and B takes place with the help of this external heat. I hope up to this point there should be no doubt. Each and everything is clear. In your complete mass transfer operation, we will discuss only these two methods. I hope it should be clear to each and everyone with the help of these examples. Love triangle also, with the help of love triangle example, and with the help of a supplying some heat, or with the help of wrestler example. I hope you will never forget in your life with the help of these examples. So actually what we did, now we will try to connect all these dots with our mass transfer. Initially what we did, suppose we have A and B and both are good friends. We are going to introduce a third element, that is C. Then what will happen? A will go with the C, but B and C are totally enemy of each other. Now after some time, I will discuss this one in mass transfer language. Second one is that A plus B is there. Here we are not going to trying to introduce any third person, but we are going to supply some heat. And after getting this heat, their separation takes place. I hope up to this point there should be no doubt. I hope mass transfer is clear to each and everyone. Now we will come to the next topic, and now we will start mass transfer. I hope both methods are clear to each other, each of you. Now next thing is, what is the definition of mass transfer operation? Actually, in all these examples, what did we do? In all these examples, we are doing only three things. We are doing only three things. As we know that mass transfer operations are characterized by mass transfer operations. Remember three things. Mass transfer operations are characterized by transport of a species, transport of a species from one point to another, from one point to another in a single phase, or from one phase to another phase on a molecular level in the presence of a difference in concentration, which is the driving force in all these processes, and it refers to the separation process. Now we will try to understand the meaning of these three things. First thing is that transfer transport of species from one point to another point, or second one is at molecular level, and third one is at molecular level and from one phase to another phase. Is it clear? Now we will try to understand each and every line. Initially we have A and B. Is it clear? It is C. Suppose I am going to take the example of absorption. As we know that ammonia plus air and it is water. Is it clear? Assume it is A, it is B, and it is C. I hope up to this point all these things are clear. This phase is, this is our which phase? This is our gas phase, and this phase is liquid phase. Is it clear? As we know that ammonia has some affinity towards this one water, but air and water are insoluble each other. As we in the above example, I explained that both are enemy of each other in mass transfer. What does it mean? It means both are insoluble in each other. It means air and water are totally anti of each other. Is it clear? Now come to this definition. Actually, what is going on? Just try to feel the this subject. Very wonderful subject. Mass transfer operations are characterized by transport of species. A is going to transport of species. First point is clear. Transport of species. First point is clear. Second one is from one phase to another phase. It is going from gas phase to liquid phase. It is going from gas phase to liquid phase. It means second point is also clear. Third one, on a molecular phase. What does it mean, sir, by molecular level? Molecular level means that you are not able to calculate the amount of A which is going to transfer to C with the help of your naked eyes. It means at a molecular level. For that, if we want to calculate that amount, that how much amount of A is going to transfer from gas phase to the liquid phase, for that we need to do titration for that. Is it clear? I hope all three points are clear. First thing is transfer of amount or substance takes place. Okay, it is going to take place. First thing is done from one phase to other phase or within same phase, from one phase to another phase. That is our gas phase to liquid phase. Third one is on molecular level. So again, it is on molecular level because with the help of our naked eyes, we are not able to visualize that how much amount of ammonia is going to transfer from this phase to this phase. I hope everything is clear. If everything is clear or clinical clear, please don't do clinical clear because it took a lot of patience to teach each and everything. Is it clear up to this point? There should be no doubt. Now, again, as we know that it is a separation process and it is a part of separation process. Now, next one question which asked in so many interviews. If someone will ask to you, okay, so what do you mean by mass transfer? You will say definition. Then they will ask the next question. What is the driving force of mass transfer operation? 99.99% of us will say that the concentration gradient is the driving force of the mass transfer operation. But this answer is not correct. So remember this thing: the mass transfer, in mass transfer, all the mass transfer operations, the concentration is not, concentration gradient is not the actual driving force. The driving force is chemical potential gradient. When we will study thermodynamics, at that time we will try to understand the physical meaning of the chemical potential gradient or chemical potential. Is it clear? For your knowledge, just you can remember one thing. As we know that temperature, if it is one body of T1, second body of T2, and as we know that T1 is greater than T2, it means the flow of temperature takes place from T1 to T2, because T1 is at higher. In similar way, from higher to lower. At present time, you can think that okay, it is of like high to low type of concentration. Is it clear? The components move to the direction of reducing concentration. Suppose we have one point and it is of second point, and at one point the concentration is very high, and at second point concentration is very low. So it will go like that. Is it clear? I hope up to this point there should be no doubt. Now, one question should be in your mind, sir, that at which point this transfer takes place and at which point this transfer automatically stops. As we know that most of you and most of us mugged up one thing, that y minus y star. And as we know that this is nothing but driving force between the phases. As we know that, as automatically, when total transfer will be zero, just very simple, in which case the total transfer will be zero. When suppose we have y minus, it means there is a difference, it means because it is our driving force. When if this value of y approach to the value of y star, then y star minus y star will be zero. It means driving force will be zero. And when driving force will be zero, when driving force will be zero, it means there will be no transfer of mass. At that point, equilibrium takes place. At that point, equilibrium takes place. It is the same concept as that one. Suppose we have two bodies, that is A, which has a temperature of T1, and second body, that is B, which is at a temperature T2. As we know that T1 is greater than T2, the temperature flow takes place from T1 to T2, but at which time? But at which condition? And up to when? When the temperature of body A and B will equal, it means T1 is equal to T2. At that time, there will be no driving force, there will be no temperature gradient, and at that point, temperature difference will be the zero, and there will be no transfer of heat. In similar way, when there will be no concentration gradient, when there will be no chemical potential gradient, at that point mass transfer automatically stops. Is it clear? That's why the transport occurs from a region of higher concentration to a lower concentration, and after some time equilibrium is reached when the gradient is zero. I hope the basic fundamental of mass transfer is clear to each and everyone. I hope up to this point there should be no doubt. Is it clear to each and everyone? Now, with the help of one more example, that because we are going to take already a simple public example, now we are going to discuss one more example, and that example, just a minute. Now we are going to discuss one more example. Suppose we have this one pond, and in this pond we have so many fishes, and fish also need oxygen, and fish will not do like that. Okay, here is fish, it will come outside, take oxygen, go, it will take oxygen and go. This type of, there is no process of this type of. They are going to take which type of oxygen? Dissolved oxygen. That oxygen is dissolved in water. Is it clear? We are going to consider 2 points. Suppose here we have 1.2 and here we have point 1. Here we have atmospheric oxygen. Atmospheric oxygen. What does it mean? Oxygen present in atmosphere. Oxygen present in atmosphere. And here that is dissolved oxygen. That is at point 2, oxygen dissolved in water. Generally, at point 1, the concentration of oxygen is higher as compared to point 2. So, what will happen? The transfer of oxygen takes place from point 1 to 2. If we don't have any idea of mass transfer also, this point we know that oxygen is transferred from which point to which point? From 1 point to 2 point. From atmospheric oxygen or the oxygen present in atmosphere to the water. Is it clear? Then what will happen? If we are going to assume, however, it is not possible. If we are going to assume just a one ideal condition that after some time, if the concentration suppose at 1 C1 and at point 2 C2, when there is concentration same, C1 is equal to C2. At that point, there will be no transfer of oxygen. At that time, this transport of oxygen stops. At that time, this transport of oxygen stops. What does it mean? Actually, one more thing. What does it mean? Y minus y star. It means from simple condition, it is going to approach equilibrium condition. So it is an example of mass transfer operation. It is an example of mass transfer operation. As we know that the larger the departure of system, the larger the departure of system from equilibrium, the greater is the driving force and the higher is the rate of transport. Please note down this line because it is not possible that I will write each and everything. Just I am narrating, speak, please write down. The larger the departure of a system, the larger the departure of a system from equilibrium, from equilibrium, the greater is the driving force, the greater is the driving force and higher is the rate of transport, and higher is the rate of transport. Is it clear? Now next thing, sir, what is the meaning of that saturation? Uh, suppose I have this one bottle. What is the meaning of saturation? Suppose it is full, out totally full, then there is no possibility that I can fill more. If I will fill more, that will come outside. That what is the meaning of that saturation? That its ability totally finish to to get something. In similar way, what is the meaning of saturation here? Suppose this water has no ability to absorb more oxygen because it is already saturated. That condition is known as saturated. It means now at present time it has no ability to absorb more things. Is it clear? So again it is an example of mass transfer operation. Now we can take so many examples, but I hope to make things clear. Is it clear to each and everyone? Is it clear? Feeling happy? Time is passing very fast. In my class, your 1 hour is equivalent to half an hour or 10 minutes. Is it clear? These are the totally basics of our mass transfer. Up to this point, we have discussed two things that we are going to separate in mass transfer operations with the help of only two methods. First, to apply, uh, to introduce any foreign element or an external element, and second one is by supplying some heat. Is it clear? Now most of the students are thinking, sir, we were waiting for fixed first law. In my class, fixed first law you will get third class. Is it clear? Before that, we will get each and everything that is basics. After that, we are going to discuss classification of mass transfer operation. In this category, we have total three cases. First one is direct contact of two immiscible phases. Second one is phases separated by a membrane. And third one is direct contact of the third one is direct contact of miscible phases. Direct contact of miscible phases. But in our GATE syllabus, we need to discuss only first one. There is no need to discuss these two one because phase separated by membrane. They in your semester there is one subject that is membrane separation. So with the help of that subject, you can study that one. But in our GATE, there is no significance of this one. That's why we will discuss only first case that is very important in this one. Is it clear? Now one more thing before proceeding. Just a minute. As we know that from our ninth class, we know that V is equal to IR. Very simple. What is I? That was current. V by R, that is current, and that is potential or driving force, that is resistance. In similar way, we can define a equation in mass transfer operation, and what we can say is general mass transport equation. General mass transport equation. General mass transport equation, and this equation we can write rate of transport process or rate of transfer process, that should be equal to driving force divided by resistance. At present time, we don't have any idea of resistance. As we will proceed, we will get. Is it clear? I hope there should be no doubt. Now, one more thing that should be in your that should you know. Mass transfer may be of two types. It may be diffusional mass transfer, may be diffusional mass transfer, may be diffusional or convective. We will try to relate this phenomena with your heat transfer. As you have already studied in your heat transfer, we have two types of convection. One is natural convection and one second one is forced convection. In similar way, we will discuss here. First one is natural molecular diffusion and second one is forced molecular diffusion. Have a patience. We will discuss each and everything. Now we are going to discuss our case first. Today we will finish this topic only. Case first, as I have already told you, what was our case first was direct contact of immiscible phases. Just a minute because we need to just drag the slide. Our case first case was direct contact of direct contact of two immiscible phases. Two immiscible phases. Actually, we have total number of phases. Every one of us know this one. We have total three phases. We can combine any of two from permutation and combination. 3C2. The possibility, we have total possibility. Why we have gas, we have liquid, and we have solid. We have possibility. First possibility is gas gas. Second possibility is gas liquid. Third possibility is gas solid. Fourth gas is covered with each and every one. Liquid liquid. Fifth one is gas liquid already covered. Liquid solid, and then last solid solid. Solid liquid already covered and solid gas already covered. We have total these six types of combination. We have total these six type of combination. I hope there should be no doubt. Based on these combinations, we will discuss or we will proceed. Is it clear? First, I will discuss gas gas contact. First, we will discuss gas gas contact. We have examples of. Do you have any example of gas gas contact? Just try to think. Very rarely you will find. Why? because most of the gases are miscible each other. Then you can write one point in this one. Since with very few exceptions, since since with very few exceptions, since with very few exceptions, all the gases, since with very few exceptions, all the gases are completely soluble, are completely soluble in each other, are completely soluble in each other. So this category is not practically realized. What I told you. So this category is not practically realized. Now we will discuss next one. Second one is gas liquid contact. Second one is gas liquid contact. Second one is gas liquid contact. First in this one we will discuss absorption. First we will take example, then I will provide you definition. As we know that in absorption, the solute transfer takes place from which direction to which direction? From gas phase to liquid phase. From gas phase to liquid phase. From gas phase to liquid phase. Is it clear? We have example of ammonia plus air and water. This phase is our gas phase. This phase is our liquid phase. And remember one more thing, in our complete mass transfer, I will consider my component means our component that we need to separate. Like in politics, we have some leaders. Here also, we need to save and separate always our component because we are very loyal person. We will support only one at a time, not 100 at a time. Our component is A. Each and every time we need to separate component A, we will take concentration of component A, mole fraction of component A, each and every of component thing of related to the component A. Ammonia is A. Here again, what is mass transfer operation? Mass transfer operations are characterized by transfer of amount or substance from one phase to another phase at molecular level, and air and water are insoluble in each other. Is it clear? It is an example of absorption. In stripping, reverse of that, in stripping, solute transfer takes place from where to where? From liquid phase to the vapor phase. I hope up to this point each and everything is clear. I enjoyed my each and every second. Now I will take if there is any doubt. Thanks for your watching and thanks for your support.